Got a really good appointment today for my client out in Des Moines. Spoke with the president. He was saying that this is the perfect time of year. They're looking to get an apples to apples comparison. Was curious about some hardware questions. Feels like he's paying too much. So we're going to go ahead and meet with him on site next Thursday. It's 30 users just in the main warehouse there. 4 locations. Should be a really good appointment. I'm excited to see how this one pans out.
So I got one for my roofer out in Colorado Springs today. Ended up speaking with the property manager at an apartment complex. He didn't have anything immediately, but they're actually looking to get a re-roof on the actual leasing building for next year, so we're going to be going out later this week to give him the quote on that.
I got one this morning for my IT client in Kentucky. I had talked with the controller of this company earlier this year in June. He had said that they have a server come to end of life soon, and they'd be looking for a new server, so I called them again today just to check in. They got a contract renewal coming up, end of their 3-year agreement. They're not sure if they are going to do a server anymore. They might migrate to the cloud, so I'm sending my client out there to kind of make an introduction, show them how we could be a resource, and that's set up for next week.
I set a roofing appointment for my client in Miami. It was with a condo complex that has 36 buildings and over 200,000 square feet on the roofs, and it came through an email appointment, and I think it's going to be a really solid opportunity. There's a lot of roofs that need to be done there.
So I just got one for my roofer in Connecticut. Good opportunity. Been following up with this one for about 5 months now. I spoke with the property manager at the time. That person is no longer there, but the area manager actually answered, said she was actually doing interviews for that position, but she's the main point of contact for all exterior work, roofing specifically, which is perfect. She said that they have around 8 campuses that she manages. They are budgeting for exterior work, and I learned earlier in the year that they were doing interior design, where there's like carpet and some other work. So with it transitioning next year for exterior, it's perfect to get roofing quotes, and they're starting with one and wanting to transition to get into all of them.
Really what this is for, just special thank you to Coda, not here, understandably. Think he needs some rest. Briggs, where's Briggs? Glenn, Sam, Coda. You guys pretty much worked 8 or 9 a.m. to midnight to 2, something like that. Was Saturday, and then Sunday was like to 3 to 4, something like that. So we picked up our company and moved it from Salesforce to our own platform. We were setting appointments within an hour or 2. There was a funny. We have one kind of quirk. The button to allow Ring Central was off. Was that right? Simple click. Just had to turn it on, and we were rocking and rolling. So I just kind of, company this size, something like this would take place over a period of months and testing. They did a whole lot of preparation. We got stuff in. There was a lot of challenges, but they worked through it. Like they got it. Would have been. There was times where we probably could have said, okay, let's just go home and do another week. But like they made sure that you got it done. Just keep in mind, we're setting appointments with hours. I think we're pretty comfortable at this point here. Reports, dashboards, client info's coming out later today. So like in a day, it's pretty much going to be there. The way that we've set it up, the views for objects like contacts, appointments, and all that stuff is there for you. There's no share feature that's needed. It's just a lot of it's automatic, and it's kind of easy to work with. Search function, some of these other things to make it a little easier to navigate, they're coming, and you're pretty much only going to be concerned with objects or contacts or things that are in your universe, right? Instead of searching for somebody and it bringing up somebody else's account or somebody else's client's contacts, it's just going to bring yours up, which is, it's a really big deal. It's very powerful. We've got a lot of prospects who are just excited about even having something with branding on it, but it's a very powerful tool, and we'll keep building it out. And I'm super proud. It's a really big deal. The scale, there's like entire teams to do something like this. Companies, they raise money, they have time zones, like time was like a big deal. They will probably have somebody in charge of just making sure the time on appointment time and things like that was transferring over correctly. Briggs and Glenn did that like in real time, like at 2:30 in the morning, when it wasn't like super obvious. So anyway, you guys should be really proud. This is a really big deal, and this, maybe there's going to be some quirks or some bugs, but it only gets better from here, right? We're not limited by Salesforce or whatever permissions or things. We can kind of make it however we want it to be. So it's only going to get more powerful. We're going to be adding email marketing tool. We're going to be adding, you know, agreements or proposals where you can actually send contracts on behalf of your client, track them yourself. You're not going to worry about your client. There's just going to be a lot of good stuff, but we kind of got the base in, and I'm just super excited. So give Briggs, Glenn, Dakota, see him around with applause for. And then sales managers for being available, had a bunch of calls. They were testing stuff for the week. I think I caught somebody at Buffalo Wild Wings, or called somebody at 10 p.m. one night, 1:30 the other, you know. So again, it's, you grind, you work a little bit harder, you know, at times, not all the time, can't sustain forever, but just, you know, just to get that little push. I mean, that's the difference maker, and that's why people decide to work with us. And I'm going to end on one more thing. We were going through client satisfaction values and partner meetings. I misspelled satisfied on two things like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
8 and 9, it said extremely satisfied. Like there's an extra IS. No client noticed it. None of us noticed it. None of it brought it. So you just got to get eyeballs on stuff and kind of pay attention. But so we're sorting through there to try to figure out, you know, the scores that aren't showing up. One of the scores that showed up was actually, we only had 2 clients ever rate us a 1 out of 10. Total absolute regret is what it was called. And he quit, and then he thought better of it because of how we worked with him and what we were doing and kind of the results we're putting out there. Then maybe a year or 2 later, he called us. 3 years later, he calls us back. He wants to work with us. Roger's working with now. He's very happy, very excited.
1.5 years in, too.
Yeah, he's been with us over a year. So I think it just kind of goes to show you, like, let's be the company that does not give up on, you know, our customers, like cares about the reputation, because even then, like, I mean, that's a damning review, right? But we worked our butts off on the way out, maintained a good reputation, and when he came back, like, we took that second chance and we ran with it. So, I mean, we've got a really great thing going, so you guys should, I just don't know how to say it anymore. Like, we all should be very excited and very proud of what we did. If you see Briggs and Glenn and Coda especially, shake their hand, tell them great job, and you know, today, tomorrow, talk quietly around us because some of us, you know, woke up 2 or 3 hours ago. Okay, so anybody else got anything to say? We're all good. All right, guys, let's do a clap on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Have a great lunch. Thank you.
My second appointment was with my roofing client in Little Rock. It was with an apartment. It's been a while since they've had someone out there, and they also have some spots that are pooling up on their roof and causing leaks.
I got an appointment for my new client in Oregon and set up an appointment with a 25,000 square foot metal building. The KDM hasn't been up on the roof in a while. This is a bit of an older gentleman, says he doesn't do ladders anymore, so he doesn't even know what the condition of his roof is. We're going to go up and just give it a good old inspection, handshake, and be a new resource for them as they have no prior roofers. So looking like a good opportunity.
I got one this morning for my IT client out in Virginia Beach. It was with the purchasing manager at a manufacturer, 12 users, fully cloud-based, 1 location. They just had a move, so they were looking to maybe make some changes or some help with that. So we're going to meet with them later this week.
Pretty good start to the month so far. I came into work today to an email appointment, actually. I spoke with the president of this construction company in Portland. We've spoken to him a couple of times over the course of the year, but this most recent conversation, he basically told us that their current MSP was sold or bought out by another company. They're having some issues because of that. He was personally okay with their services, but a lot of people in the company were complaining, so he wanted me to get set up with their CFO over there. So I emailed him and CC'd the CFO on that email. We spent about the last week and a half talking back and forth, trying to find a good day and time to meet. So we got a virtual scheduled for the 14th. It's about 40 employees. Like I said, using an MSP. There's obvious issues there. I think it's going to be a really good meeting. So yeah, we'll know more here in a couple weeks.
Got one today for my roofer in central Pennsylvania. It's more of an introduction meeting, but they have 4 facilities, all totaling several 100,000 square feet of roof. In addition, after I set the meeting with the guy, he said that he has another company that he works alongside, completely separate, that they're going to be joining the meeting as well. So getting kind of a 2-for-1. We're going to meet with them next Monday. Looking forward to hearing how things go.
I got an appointment today for my client out in Ohio. I spoke with the plant manager of a manufacturing company. We're looking at redoing a section of the roof for next year, so we're going to be going out in about 2 weeks.
I was able to set an appointment for my client in California, so I reached out to the VP of IT and spoke with him last week. He was just a little bit busy, so I reached out to him today, got a hold of him, re-pitched him. He remembered me and was definitely excited on setting the appointment. It's going to be a big one for us. They had 175 users. They had 7 locations, and they had a great pain point. He's just looking for really on-site help at the California location. So I set it for this Thursday, and it should be a good one for us.
Got an appointment for my cleaning client. It's a manufacturer. It's 100,000 square feet, and it's for tomorrow. Should be a banger.